What's happening, guys? Powerbang here. Just finished up another war. Gonna do a little recap. We faced off against a clan called Redemption 1337, or Leet in nerd speak, and we were able to pull out a come from behind 46-43 victory. We actually did not lead at any point during this war until about the last 30 minutes, and then we unleashed a flurry of 3 stars to get the job done. So let's go ahead and check out some attacks. We'll just start working our way down the list. We'll look first at number 8, and it was an attack by our number 2, Algernon. He came down to make a little pain for some Town Hall 9. So he drops a golem in and does a beautiful job here creating his funnel with his wizards. All the focus is on that golem. He gets the wall breakers to break that wall. Heroes are going to come in and follow that golem into that compartment. And then a perfect jump spell is going to get those heroes access all the way to the core along with that golem. So the queen's going to lock onto the golem here. King sees that his buddy's getting eaten up, and he goes in. He's going to smack that queen down. And she goes down. He goes down right after that, dives to the clan castle troops. Goes ahead and drops a lightning. Takes the rest of the clan castle troops out, and the queen's going to jump over. And he's already gotten a wizard tower taken down. He takes out an air defense. He's gotten the queen killed. He got the clan castle killed. Now he's taking down an expo, and you know, had his CC kill gone a little bit smoother, if he would have got that lightning a little bit earlier, he would have got a second air defense there. But nonetheless, great job on the initial opener. Hounds come into the air defenses, and he's got loons that follow in right behind. He drops a third hound to come in and do a little tanking for him. And then he's got some backside loons with a fourth hound. And he's just basically coming in on that last air defense that he was hoping to take out, but he did a good job modifying his release. And then he's got his loons and one hound left as he takes out the last few defenses in the upper portion of this base. Now, he's only got one small group of balloons left. And if you look at the bottom of the base, he's got wizard tower, archer tower, and those are going to be potentially harmful as that that hound and that group of balloons comes down to the bottom of this base. So it looks like the 2-star is assured. Pups are all over the top of this base. They're going to head to the core here, and the last hound bust. He does a great job here. As soon as those balloons are almost in range, he drops a wizard. Now, it doesn't do a lot as far as tanking, but it buys him about 4 shots from that wizard tower, so his balloons are able to survive. So they go ahead and take out the last threat. They have to go take out the last cannon on the other side of the base. It goes down right now. It's cleanup time, and he's already got this base almost wrecked. So awesome attack, Alge. What really did it for you was the opener, getting all of that value for only a few wizards, a couple wall breakers, golem, and then your 2 heroes. You were able to basically cripple the base right off the bat and get the job done. So nice attack. We'll go check out the next one here. It's going to be number 9, attacked by Turk. Now, this is a very unconventional base, but if you look at it and really kind of analyze it, you'll notice that that whole inner compartment is not connected in any fashion. So aside from the singular outer compartments, like with the archer towers and the wizard towers, that's a wide open base, which is recognized by our attacker Turk, and he's going to bring a GoWiWi for this base. Tons of wizards, quite a few witches, and they're just going to have free reign and run through this base and tear it up. So if you see bases like this, you know, GoWiWi is not a bad way to go. You know, obviously there are many ways to attack a base, but you know, when it's got a giant opening like that, witches are going to have a heyday. So he drops his golem here once the CC is just about dead. His wizards and witches are going to go ahead and finish it up. Then he drops his king to come in to take out the enemy king, and then a jump spell to get into that core compartment and wipe out the queen. Now, unfortunately, the queen hops into this awesome little compartment, tries to hide. Doesn't work, but funnel's pretty much created. He's wiped out the whole upper half of the base with his wizards. Everybody goes to the core. He's got the golem in there doing a little bit of tanking. The king's up. Tons of wizards and witches just doing some serious work. He's able to trip off some bombs ahead of the bulk of his troops. And they're going to go work through the only wall that they really have to get through there, and now the whole base is open on that left side. Loses a little bit to the giant bomb, but a heal spell goes down. He's still got 3 wizards in here. He's going to bring him in on the backside. But he's petering out a little bit on the right side of the base. He's got some wizards on the flank that are going to come up and take out some buildings for him. But the golems are just about to get burst into golemites there. So the tanking on the right half of the base is starting to wear down, and the wizards are going to die here real shortly. But he's still on the left side of this base, has his archer queen. He uses the ability to get some more shielding troops out front, and he's got a ton of skeletons, a ton of wizards behind them, and a witch. And then he drops his final heal spell on his archer queen to basically power her through the high DPS portion of the remainder of this base. He takes out the wizard tower, which is probably the biggest danger, along with that Tesla in there in the core, and the rest is just kind of clean up and overpowering the rest. So the queen goes down. Wizards are going to crack into the wall here and take out the last couple buildings, and that is a wrap. So another 3-star by Turk. Excellent job, man. Way to take advantage of a vulnerability in a base by bringing that GoWiWi on that base. Alright, so next one, we're going to look at number 11. It's an attack by Drew. This is another common base design you'll see a lot. And, if you hit it with the traditional stuff, the GoWipes, GoWiWis, it does pretty well. But that upper section, just above the Dark Elixir drills, there's often a double giant bomb there, and typically that mortar on the top is outside the walls. But on this case, it's not, so we know that the giant bombs are likely somewhere else, and they turn out to be in the bottom of the base. So we'll watch as he pulls his clan castle out. The typical stuff. He drops a couple distraction troops and then wizards and witches behind that, along with his archer queen backing that up. As soon as that's about under control, he does drop his golem, and its job is to go in, tank all the defenses around that enemy queen. His king is already locked onto the queen. He is going to go right about now. He's going to go ahead and get raged up. Goes in and wipes her out in a couple swings, and then they start working in to the rest of the base. So up top, here come the Hogs. You got a giant bomb spot that he sees right off the bat. Heal goes down to anticipate that spot. Hogs work straight into the core and then meet up with the kill squad on the right side of the base, and that's going to force them to the left. He uses his second heal, which covers the entire core and into the upper half of that base, and he still has his kill squad tanking that bottom half of the base. He's got another heal that he drops, and the base is already wrecked. He's tripped that second giant bomb. One more defense left in the base. All of his Hogs remaining, and a heal still left in the back. So if you see this base, definitely consider bringing the Hogs. Beware of the giant bombs in the top half of that base. And if you do see a defense out there, like a mortar or something where the Hogs currently are at the top, send in some balloons as part of your initial lure to take that building out, so it's not going to drag your Hogs there. So excellent job, Drew, with base recognition and bringing an awesome Hog attack. You absolutely destroyed that base, no doubt in my mind at all. So go ahead and take a look at the next one. All right, let's attack on number 12. This one is by me. Just look at this base. It's kind of a ridiculous, design. They're completely weak to Hogs. I know where all the giant bombs are because this is a cleanup attack. Unfortunately, this did not get 3-starred the first time. So drop some giants to take out the giant bombs in the corners, and then a few Barch troops to trip the other giant bombs and then trigger all of the skeleton traps. So got all the giant bombs and all the skeleton traps and the clan castle lure before I've even really done anything to start my raid. So I drop a minion on the right to start my funnel to make sure that my king doesn't walk around the base when I eventually drop my jump spell. So that funnel's going on over there. Drop my normal distraction troops, witches, wizards, archer queen backing that up. And then I'm going to send my golem in to kind of speed up the process since it was a long lure and I didn't want to run out of time with my Hogs. So I got that process started, finished up the funnel on the left side with the wizard right there hitting that spell factory, and then started cleaning up some of the trash on the right. So the king is going to start to take a walk here, go around the world. That's okay. As soon as that barracks is down, because that funnel was created, he's going to come back to that jump spell. So the rest of my troops head in. Jump spell is there to access that archer queen. She's in there. witches and the wizards are on her. The king is going to go in, jump the wall, locks onto her, takes her out in one shot, and you know, the job's done. So the hogs go in. The heroes are still up. They're working their way over to the right side of that base, doing some tanking on both the expos, as you can see. I've got all of my hogs remaining, standing in heals. I've got my kill squad on the right side of the base still up, doing some damage, and then I've started to drop cleanup troops on the outside of this base to help speed up that process. The next heal goes down. There's no room for traps or bombs inside this base, so I'm good to go. I only had 3 heals because I did bring one for the jump spell, but you know, I'm just basically trying to keep my hogs up and keep them all alive. I don't think I've lost a hog yet in the inside of this portion of this base. So I move on to the second to last defense here, and just now lost my first hog, I believe. And nope, I didn't even lose one. That's funny. So I've got a mass of hogs here. They're going to go ahead, get into cleanup mode. Go ahead and fast forward the rest of this raid. So timing was a little bit of an issue. You know, it was never in any doubt, but at the same time, it did run a little bit long, this attack, because I did not have a lot of cleanup troops left. Most of them went into the base and eventually died off. So it was good that I started my golem when I did, because had I waited until that kill squad was completely done with the clan castle troops, it might have been a different story. All right, moving on to the next attack. We got Because number 13 here, and this is going to be a Lavaloon attack. He's going to send in some hogs trying to knock down those 2 air defenses on the left side of the base. Successful on the bottom, he gets that targeted. On the top, unsuccessful, he accidentally targeted the cannon first, and it does not go down. So with that, he also got the clan castle lure, and he's going to bring it over to the right side of the base with a minion here. Let's go ahead and speed this up a little bit. So as that group of troops comes out there, he's going to go ahead and group them up as best as possible using a few of the minions he brought with him on his raid. Archer Queen goes down. She takes care of the entire lure and also has some skeleton traps there. So on the bottom half of the base, first hound goes in, rages to get those balloons in quickly to take out the wizard tower, archer tower, and air defense. Same thing is happening on the upper side of the base. 2 hounds go in on that side, one of them to tank the archer queen and the other to absorb the damage of the base defense. Hounds burst into pups, and the balloons are racing past them. They've locked on to the queen and taken her out, and the balloons are moving further in. They've got one more hound that's come in from the top to take out that last air defense, and the balloons are collapsing on the core of this base. Everything's getting destroyed. Beautiful last rage placement to take out the rest of this base, and then also hurry those balloons along to take care of the remaining defenses. So he's got heroes still up, a ton of pups up on the right side of this base. He's got his balloons cruising into the last couple defenses here on the left. Way too much for those last archer towers, and you know, absorbs a couple traps here, but it's over at this point. It's cleanup time, and Because has wrecked another base. So nice job, man. You've been really kicking butt lately with these Lavaloon attacks, getting much better as you continue to practice with them. So nice job. Keep up the good work. All right, let's look at another attack by Because. Another 6-star war. Awesome work, especially coming down the stretch and getting one where we needed it. So he's going to send in the golem to tank, and a little cold-blooded here. It's going to get in there to that first group of defenses, and he's going to send in a wall breaker. Try to, you know, get into that wall. Not going to be successful. That's okay. He's created his funnel, sent in his heroes. His heroes' job, along with the lightning spell, is to help take out that clan castle, and then to get in and take out that air defense, and then eventually lock onto those heroes and take them out as well. So the queen's going to jump into the compartment, get that king's attention, and kind of help him out. Unfortunately, the queen, his queen, wants to sit back and shoot storages, so he's just going to say forget it and continue on with the rest of his raid and hope the queen locks onto his queen later on in this raid and helps out with the kill. So here comes his balloons. He sends them in first because of the travel distance. 4 lava hounds are going straight for the core. Rages are going to get them all in there. Everything's pretty much trained on those lava hounds. His queen is just now getting into the base, but he gets lucky on his balloon drops. The opposing archer queen was standing on a defense, and she took about 3 balloon bombs right to the dome. So she's out of play now. That's great. And a ton of balloons left. The only thing he has left to worry about are the wizard towers here, which on the right side are shooting his balloons and not the hounds that are over the top of his base. Luckily, the hound explodes, takes out the wizard tower, and there's nothing left that can that harm his air troops. So he basically just smashed the crap out of this base with that attack. Tons of pups left over, heroes, and even has a lava hound that has yet to break. So another awesome attack, because and congrats on another 6-star war. Good job, buddy. All right. Let's keep going down the list here. JLC is going to be bringing it. Same style of base as I showed you guys earlier. This one could have been easily hit with Hogs. This is like the same one that Drew hit with Hogs. I believe it was their number 11. Same exact style. JLC decided to come at this with a lava hound attack. He's been practicing up with those, and is going to be pretty damn good with them once he gets his hounds to level 2. So sends in a few balloons, get the lure, sends his heroes out to take care of as much of the clan castle as possible. The goal here is basically to limit the amount of troops that are going to be hitting his balloons during this raid. So he's got 4 rages queued up. The queen's finishing up now with the clan castle, and he targets those balloons to those first few buildings to make sure that they don't get bypassed. The hounds come in now, 3 on the right side, 2 on the left. It's a Penta hound attack. So that's 5 lava hounds. One's going to tank the queen on the right, the other 2 tanking the defenses. Still haven't had anything break. The balloons are already pushing through the base. His last 2 rages go down, help those balloons into the core. And first couple hounds are going to go down here and spread some pups out. And a few of them lock onto that queen. And look at how much damage under rage those pups do. So as soon as they lock onto that queen, she goes down immediately. He's got 2 hounds up left in the sky with like full health, and one building left that can hurt him, which is that archer tower. So we're already in cleanup mode here. There's nothing that this base can do to stop his remaining air troops. There's a wizard tower left and an archer tower, and that's just not going to be enough to get it done. So start fast forwarding at this point. He gets lucky here on the wizard tower, breaks 1 more of his pups, and that's going to help him with the cleanup here. So great job, JLC. It was a very, very solid attack. Good job on the lure, using your heroes to take out that clan castle troop, and your rage placements, making sure that those hounds, when they bust, that those pups are standing in the rage to take out the enemy queen. That is the way to do it. If you can get lucky and line up that queen on an opposing defense, that is a hit or miss way to go about it. But if you can rage up those pups, it only takes a couple of them to take out a queen. So nice job. All right, I'm going to look at one more so we can cut this video a little bit shorter. We're going to look at an attack on 17 here. There's an attack by Yo. Another very, very, very easy hog base. All the bombs, you see the first one tripped there on the top left. They're all in the same spot around the base. It's a symmetrical base. Where that Tesla popped up in that empty compartment, there's going to be Teslas all around the base. This is why you don't use internet bases, and you don't use bases that are symmetrical like that, because you know where everything is. And if you look at the 2x2 openings in front of each of the Tesla locations on the outside of the walls, you know that there's going to be giant bombs there. So just expect that. So he pulls out the clan castle. Distraction troops go down. Witches, wizards behind, and he's getting ready here to finish those up and drop some hogs on this base. So he drops a golem, and he drops it right on where he knows another giant bomb is. So he's now taking care of 2 of the 4 giant bombs. His job with the golem is to go in, tank that enemy archer queen, and as soon as the wizards and the barbarian king finish up with those outer trash buildings, the hero's job is to go in, lock onto that queen as you see now, and they're going to go ahead and take her out. So she goes down. The hogs are coming in. He sends it from a side he knows that is safe, and he drops his first heal, leading all of his hogs into the core. And he's still got 2 more heals remaining, and half of his base is already destroyed. So all of his hogs standing in heals. He's got his archer queen up still and a wizard on the right half of his base, taking out defenses, kind of speeding things up for his hogs. Last heal goes down, and it's in a spot where both of the small packs here can share that heal as they collapse on the final few defenses here. So there are 2 giant bombs still left to worry about. He gets a little bit lucky here that the king distracts them, and only one of them goes over to trip that giant bomb there instead of having the whole pack eat it. So 3 giant bombs down, 1 to go, and you know where it's going to be, don't you? So again, his hogs split, and it does him a little bit of favor. So only about half of them take the hit from that last giant bomb. And now we're home free. So go ahead and fast forward it. Watch this cleanup happen. Queen and the Hogs teaming up to take out this base and earn another 3 stars. So, guys, that's going to be it. You know, congratulations to the other clan, the Redemption 1337. You guys gave a valiant effort and put up a great fight. It just wasn't enough, and we were able to come back at the end and steal the victory from the jaws of defeat. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Sorry this was such a long recap. We had a lot of cool attacks to put in there, though. Hope you enjoyed. Tune in next time. We're going to be putting up another cool video recapping hopefully some more 3 stars. So this is Powerbang. For now, I am signing out.